Morgan Reilly's back in the lineup. I think the Leafs need to shift something around. Obviously, they don't have the scoring happening right now, and Morgan Reilly can only help offensively as opposed to having a guy like Ranger in there who I think, if we're honest with ourselves, he's the guy that's going to come out of there if somebody's coming out. Despite the loss to the Boston Bruins, though, the Leafs are still 11-6. The Leafs are still doing very well. They're second place in the Atlantic Division, and there's really not a ton to complain about. We have seen our fair share of injury. We know that the Leafs, this is not the team that we're going to see 3 months from now. It's going to be a different lineup. So there's no need to panic. There's no need to freak out that we're not scoring goals. It's fine. Tyler Bozak, I think we're starting to see how underrated he may be. Now, and it's hard to think of any player in Toronto as being underrated because of how often we talk about each individual player, but Tyler Bozak, I don't care that he played with Kessel. It doesn't matter. Tyler Bozak's a solid centerman in this league. He's not a number one guy. He's not a guy who's going to match up toe-to-toe with Joe Thornton, or match up toe-to-toe with the Tyler Seguin, or even I think of him more as, could he develop a little bit more into a guy like Krejci? Now, I don't think that he'll have the physical presence that Krejci has, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he could do some of the same things as David Krejci. And I don't know too many teams that wouldn't want David Krejci in their lineup. And so I think that Bozak, well, he isn't a number one center. He can go against some other number two, number one guys, and he can get away with it because he's defensively minded. He's very good in the draw, and that's something that you saw in this game. Despite having Jared Smithson, it didn't matter much. We struggled in the face-off circle, and it was noticeable. There was just a lack of confidence, I think, in the face-off circle, which that'll all be solved eventually. The Leafs play Minnesota on Wednesday. There will be a pregame show either Monday or Tuesday, so watch out for that. This has been Leafscast. My name is Mark. Would love if you'd follow me on Twitter at Mark Paul. As well, you can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Leafscast. You can also find us on Stitcher and all sorts of on iTunes and even on YouTube. The Leafs playing Wednesday. There'll be a pregame preview. We're pumped for that. I think that the Leafs are going to do very well against Minnesota, and then we have Buffalo on Friday, which Buffalo has been looking pretty decent as of late. Just in time for the Leafs to come knocking on their door and come into Buffalo. Let's all pray and cross our fingers for that game. This has been Leafscast. It's been great hanging out with you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.